Morning, welcome to an all-new day. Very lazy morning. I just woke up about probably half hour ago. It's around 10:30 in the morning. But I want to try something out. We were kind of messing with it yesterday with the garden, trying to get this kind of like little, I don't know what they're called. It's like this hose. It's got like holes in it and it shoots water out of it, but in small increments throughout these little holes and stuff. But it was spraying too much. We kind of made some modifications to it to hopefully fix that. But then there was already a lot of water in the garden, so then we stopped. So I'm curious to see if it works better now. So I'm gonna give it a little bit of a try. Still this area, it's just dumping too much water. We tried duct taping it up because it was shooting out too fast, but it's not really working out so well. Still getting this area too wet. So I don't know. So I gotta figure out a better solution. Maybe I should try to find, I know they have them where you can just get the mist things that just spray mist. And that'd be really good, just to be able to hook that up to the hose and let that run for, for a while. And then just let it spray like a nice mist over the garden. But this probably ain't gonna cut it. It just floods out too much of an area. This one area is just getting too much water. The other side gets just enough water, but this side would get too flooded by the time you get enough water to the one side. So this hose idea is not going to work. It's a good idea, but this particular version of it just ain't gonna cut it. So just got done editing and right now it's uploading yesterday's episode. So probably expect the weekend episodes, the ones that air on Saturdays and Sundays, to show up online like later in the afternoons and stuff. It's just because usually the weekday ones, I usually edit them the night before and then upload them the morning of that they're supposed to go up before I head to work. So it's convenient that way, but weekends sometimes I stay up later or I don't feel like editing them that night, so I upload or edit them the next morning and stuff and then upload them the same day. Sometimes stuff gets busy, stuff gets hectic, and I don't get to upload them until later in the afternoon and stuff. So expect weekend episodes to pop up online probably sometime in the afternoons. So a little heads up so you're not looking for them early in the morning, first thing when you wake up. Because I know some people that watch these episodes like to, watch them first thing in the morning. Well, not an early waking up kind of person on the weekends. I usually don't wake up until like 10, 10:30, sometimes 11. And then I get to editing the episode and putting it together. So yeah, expect weekend episodes to go up a little bit later than the weekday episodes. Starting to look a little gloomy outside. I want to run to Lowe's. I want to try to see if I can find something better for the garden. Something that'll kind of just spray like a mist over the garden to where Jesse can just turn on the hose a little bit, let it spray this mist over the garden for a half hour or whatever it needs to take to get it nice and watered and then be good. Because that current way of doing it just soaks it way too bad. So that is not going to work. That is not going to cut it. Slow as it is. All right, so I got a couple things for Jesse's garden. I got her this cool little owl thingy. It's supposed to be to like scare off birds and everything. Her garden's got a cage around it and stuff, so birds and stuff can't get into it anyways, but it looks cool and she likes owls, so I thought it'd be kind of cool. And I'm gonna try this thing out. I'm just gonna try to set up this little spray nozzle up above to where she can turn it on and kind of like maybe move it around a little bit and get different parts of the garden with the mist feature. Or if she wants to just hand do it, then she can do it by hand and kind of hose down her garden and stuff. But that hose thing ain't working that I got currently weaved through it. I'll show you that here in a second. So maybe this will be a good option to use so that way she has the option to do it by hand or just kind of set it up through the slats on the mist setting and just let it do its thing for a little while. All right, so we'll just place this right over here with her rock that I found too. There, so I have a cool little owl inside of her garden that she'll discover sometime today. Alright, so I wasn't able to quite rig it up to kind of sit through the flats to be able to spray down, so she'll have to probably do it by hand, which she probably doesn't mind. She probably doesn't mind doing a little bit of gardening by hand because she probably wants to spend time with the garden. That's one of the things she told me about was she'll probably be more motivated to do gardening stuff this year because we have the privacy fence. So last year and the other years she kind of felt like I don't know, like she's being watched by people like neighbors and stuff like that. So now she can garden in peace. So she probably won't mind being out here spraying down the garden. I'm sure you could probably rig it up somewheres, like probably through here somehow. and kind of maybe set it up in there, but it probably worked just doing it by hand too. It worked pretty good. It's not that big of a garden, so it's not like you have to really water a lot, but the little nozzle thing worked pretty good. So I got some outside work done. Now I want to get some work done on that music video that I didn't get a chance to really work on yet. So let's see what we can get done. All right, so right now I'm on my way to the north end of town to meet up with someone about doing a wedding highlight video. I'm not a big fan of shooting wedding stuff. I don't have a lot of experience in doing that kind of thing. I'm mainly more of a music video, documentary, and other kind of stuff kind of guy. But I was recommended from some of the teachers and stuff at the college that I went to. So kind of don't want to let them down. So meeting up with this person, we're gonna talk about how that wedding highlight video is going to be, and the end of the month I'm going to be shooting a wedding highlight video. So I'm not, like I said, not super excited because not a big fan of doing wedding videos, but any project I do, I try to put 100%, 110%, let's say, into it to make sure that the end result is something great. So we'll make it happen.
Hey guys, Jessie here. So Chris is not home. He had some stuff to do, but I am going to barbecue stuffed burgers tonight. I've already made them. Sorry, this thing's messy, but yeah. So we're gonna go start the barbecue. We're gonna do charcoal. And if you would have watched the Fur Mama episode, you would have saw that Chris got me a charcoal starter. So we're gonna give that a try and see how it works. Come outside with me. So we got it going. The charcoal starter's pretty rad. It's not as terrible as I thought it would be. It's pretty cool. And yeah, so I'll give it a couple minutes, see what happens, and then flip it. And the bottom is supposed to be done, and then you flip it, let the top cook, whatever. So yeah, so we'll check it out, see what happens. First time using one, so it'll be a learning experience for me. If you have a better way of doing this or you've used one, let me know what you think about it and share your experience with the charcoal starter. So far for me, not terrible. Clutch is whining, so if you can hear him in the background, he wants to play ball. So we'll do that while we wait.
All right, so the meeting for the wedding went well. Now I'm at Walmart picking up prostitutes. I mean, French fries, not prostitutes. Prostitutes. French fries, because we're at barbecue. I'm home!
Yay, boo-boo!
So now we're barbecuing.
They already know.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I flipped the charcoal, and so now it's on the other side and it's burning.
Yeah. So we're good now.
Start doing that. Yep. All right.
Jessie's eating raw hamburger meat. So she's remaking burgers. This is a learning process. She's trying to figure out, because we never charcoaled, oh, your alarm's going off. We've never done stuffed burgers on the charcoal side of this grill, or even on this grill at all really, before we've done it on the gas side. So it's kind of a new experience of trying to figure out how long these need to cook on the charcoal rather than. But she didn't make them the way she normally makes them. She said normally she makes it with egg, and she was trying to do it without egg because egg usually holds the burgers together better, but it didn't really work and they were falling apart. So she's gonna do regular cheeseburgers, and then another time we're gonna try this again. So, oh no, we're gonna have to have cheeseburgers for dinner again soon. Oh darn. So we'll do that again sometime and try it out, so that way we'll know what the magic ingredient or the magic secret is to doing stuffed burgers on the charcoal grill the way we normally do them. So for some strange reason, burgers do not want to stay together. For the cheap hamburger meat?
No.
I don't know. But the hamburger meat patties don't want to stay together. So, I don't know.
Super mad about this. And we're gonna go get cheeseburgers from McDonald's with the bacon on it that I just fucking made, and we're gonna have our own damn french fries, and that's what we're doing for dinner, because I'm fucking mad.
What?
I didn't say thank you.
She didn't say thank you to the drive-up lady.
No, she's gonna spit in our burgers that didn't come off the barbecue. Oh, damn it.
Puppy don't mind. Puppy likes the ride.
So it's Clutch. He's laid down in the back seat.
I can't stretch. So, we're at McDonald's.
This is terrible. Hi.
Zod wanted to climb into the McDonald's window. He's like, it smells really good in there.
He's trying to get up there, babe.
What are you doing, you weird dog?
Let him up there.
I let him do whatever he wants to do. He's gonna make it up there.
You want to be one of those dogs?
Oh. It's going back there. It's gonna go beat up on Clutch. Bye, Clutch. It's like, I want some of those burgers. They smell really good.
They're not like Mom's burgers. Bird. Well, I guess they weren't burned. They were just falling apart.
Yeah, just falling apart. She didn't burn anything. Just they weren't sticking together.
He's gonna break up with me because I can't barbecue.
Psh, bitch can't barbecue. It's done.
Oh.
Just kidding. I can't barbecue. She didn't leave me. So there we go. Here's dinner. A couple of extra items, which I don't mind really, because we didn't use the avocado or the bacon for the bacon burgers that we were gonna do. We got sides of bacon and a side of avocado, which is awesome because I love eating avocado with a spoon and salt, so it works out still pretty well. So it doesn't go to waste. It's still good usefulness. Man, look how good these burgers turned out.
Shut up, man.
No? Oh, alright. Yay, dinner time. So I'm working on the NLMS music video right now. Having a little bit of a difficult time. I've never used the multicam feature, so I'm trying it out since I do have multiple camera angles. The multicam feature is supposed to make it easier to do multi-camera stuff. The way I've done it before is a little bit harder. This way you can kind of see all the different camera angles and then choose the camera angles from there, where before I'd have to do stuff like make one invisible to see what that camera angle looks like, and then if I didn't like it, choose a different one. With this one having 6 different angles, basically one for each band member, plus 2 for the singer, and then a band one, full band one. It makes there is a lot of camera angles to choose from, and it makes it a little bit harder. But I'm having a little bit of a hard time using the multicam feature because I've never really used it. It's running really slow with having like, I think it's like 7 camera angles or whatever it is. I don't remember, but because you figure it's well, I can tell you it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so it's actually 7 camera angles, and it's having a hard time keeping up with all 7 of those and trying to run them all 7. So I'm trying to do some different things. I'm trying to pre-render each sequence that's a camera angle to see if that'll speed it up and see if I can't work on the edit a little bit better. But it looks cool. I did some of the effects. You can't really see it here for you right now. It looks really washed out, but the background is white. But I had to use a keen effect, and it worked pretty good. But it's supposed to look like this white space that they're in, that they're performing in, when it was actually the walls were green. But it's working out all right. I mean, it's not perfect, but some of the imperfectness of it kind of makes it look more like a dream sequence, which is kind of good because it's kind of the look it's going for in a way. So other things will come to it for effects and everything to kind of tweak it the way I want it. But right now I'm just trying to work on getting the band performance kind of edited together the way I'd like it. So I guess it's not gonna work. I was really hoping this multicam feature would work better for me, but probably a graphics card on this computer probably isn't good enough to be able to handle 7 camera angles at the same time running on there. So I'm gonna have to come up with a different way. It would have made it way easier to edit together this band performance piece of the music video. Me from trees of the fruits of our labor, I guess this will work out for you. I know there is no time for me. So I did kind of a rough edit of it. That's not kind of the final version. We got basically a sneak peek at kind of a rough edit version of the band performance piece of the music video. The multicam thing is still not working, so at least, well, it works, but my computer's not fast enough to process all 7 camera angles at the same time to be able to select them. So I'm basically, this way I did it, I just chopped up the video at the points where I would like to make edits, and then I can select what camera I want that edit to be. It's kind of a complicated thing to try to explain to you without actually showing you, but I'm not going to show you. But I basically just kind of did that. I'll probably go through it a bunch of times and refine it to maybe change up camera angles if I don't really like that angle too much, and kind of adjust things. And then there's still a lot of other stuff I have to add to it, so a lot of those camera angles are going to change anyways. But I just wanted to get kind of a rough version of it so I can kind of get an idea of the flow of it. So that was kind of a little taste of the rough edit version. So it's now almost 11 o'clock at night. I'm still working on this music video, doing some cool little effects and kind of trying out some different things. I think I'm going to take tomorrow off though. I really want to work on this. I want to continue to do some cool stuff with this. I'll probably work a little bit later tonight, and even tomorrow work on this some more, because I really like to get some stuff down, try out some different things. Right now I'm trying to look, you can kind of see it here. I'll probably show you a little bit better of a view, but a little bit of a cool look to stylize it and stuff. So I'm trying out different things just to try to get a rough edit version of this thing so I can see what effects work, what effects won't really work, and what'll look cool for the style of this music video before I really kind of start putting together the pieces that I need for the final version and stuff. So working on this, just kind of pre-rendering with all the effects so I can see how it looks with this effect and see if I like that or not. Alright, so it's basically about midnight. I'm still working a little bit on that video, and then I need to start working on editing this video. But we're gonna go ahead and close this out and get into the question of the day. And the question is inspired by kind of Jessie's little bit of trouble that she was having today with the hamburgers and stuff. We believe it's probably because normally she'll pull the hamburger meat out of the freezer the day that she's going to make hamburgers, and has no problems with it that way, and then kind of let it defrost a little bit. But we actually were gonna do Friday hamburgers, and we didn't, so we put it in the refrigerator, and then we were gonna do it Saturday, but then Saturday we were doing all that date night stuff. So then Sunday came around and we finally pulled it out of the refrigerator. So it wasn't going from the freezer to being thawed out to being cooked. It was going from the freezer to the refrigerator and then sitting in the refrigerator for a couple of days. So I don't think it had that same kind of sticky consistency, or whatever the word is, to kind of hold it together very well and stuff. So we didn't want to put it back in the freezer because we didn't want to refreeze it if we were gonna use the next day, which we didn't. But we believe that's probably a possibility of why the cheeseburgers weren't sticking together, the hamburger wasn't sticking together when she made the patties and was barbecuing them. But the question of the day is kind of related to that. What's something that you haven't quite had success with, but you're not giving up on just yet? You're gonna keep trying. What is that thing? Leave it in the comments down below. For example, for me, it's kind of YouTube. I haven't yet to have success with having a successful series or video stuff or whatever, but I'm not giving up. I keep trying, either doing these videos or doing something else. I'm gonna keep trying to hopefully find that successful video series or something that that does well on YouTube and gets a good following and stuff. So leave a comment down below of what it is that you're keep trying at until you get right. And hopefully you do. Hopefully I do. Hopefully we all do. So even a broken clock is right twice a day. See you tomorrow.